What up, gang? It's the unprofessional professional auto broker, and I'm back with another video. Alright, so fresh off COVID, I'm feeling 100% better, y'all. I want to work on something that I've been neglecting for a little while. Project Rudolph. Alright, in this particular episode, we will be converting this 3-piece grill, lighting and all this, to the 1-piece. Let me show that to y'all. Alright, so this is the 1-piece grill. Now this is for the S10s, and also the GMC Sonomas. But it's a challenge to this because the core support on this particular grill is different. So we're gonna have to manufacture or fabricate, to make it fit. Main thing is 1 piece on this, but it's really 4-piece. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So let me get the 3-piece on this taken off, with the 4th being the bottom piece, and be right back with y'all. Alright, so we got the hood up, y'all. So if you take a look, everything's held on with these star bits. We're gonna take all of them out and proceed. Sit y'all on the tripod while I take them out. Alright, so had a little issue finding this bolt, but it's another bolt right here. It's on each corner that's hiding back over there. It's a 10mm as well. You're gonna get them down on both sides. so now I'm gonna take the headlight buckets out. But before I do that, I wanna measure it and see if the actual old one will fit in here. So let's see what we got. Okay, so as you can see, it fits, but it doesn't fit correctly. You see how much space is between there? So we're gonna have to retrofit it in there. And also you see how these don't line up, these holes. This is the original hole. These have two other holes here. So what we're gonna do is take it down, take the headlight buckets out. I'm gonna get the new headlights, and we're gonna measure how far down we need to make it so it can fit in like it's supposed to. But let me take this down and I'm gonna show you the disassembly of the headlight bucket. All right, so the headlight bucket is held on by all these, I think, see, this is just a spring on this side. It's 1, 2, and the spring, and that's it. Actually, it's 2 things that it's held on by. So let me take that loose. Light. Held in by this bezel here. And it's 4 screws holding that bezel. I'm gonna take the other side out and I'm gonna show you. Okay, so now I got both of the lights out. I'm gonna remove all 4 of these screws on each one of them, so I can take the bezel off and release the housing from the bulb. All right, so now that I took all those screws out, the bezel comes out, the actual headlight, and this is the bucket. I might clean this up and paint all this back black so it can look a little uniform. But this is out. I'm gonna show y'all the new lights that we putting in here. Alright, so first we're gonna start by spray painting this core support, trying to get it look a little cleaner. So if you see between the grill, it'll look clean and black between there. Spray in the buckets a little. This middle piece here. It ain't gotta be perfect, but just want it to look better than it did before. I drape these towels and stuff over it just so I won't get no overflow on the truck, even though we probably gonna get it painted. I don't know, but look like I'm running out of spray paint. Let me go get another can of spray paint. Okay, so I got the core support painted back black. Oh man, it's not perfect, but it's sitting like it's supposed to. It's just gonna look a little better once I put the grill in, because it got certain sections you can see through. I'm gonna let that dry, but let me show you the lights. So these are the lights that we putting in it. They LED, so should be right into play. It's the black light, and it got a halo over it, and it's just plugged back in with this part here, and it got two different parts that we're gonna have to run lights to, because it got a halo. You can program it to, when you turn the signal on, the halo around here will flash as well, and it can be white or amber. I think I'm gonna do it the opposite way though. I want it to stay on amber all the time and flash white when I turn, but it sits down in the bezel. Let's see the bezel. Grab it over here. All right, so I got it sitting down in the bucket, and then the bezel goes on top of it like that. Oh, it's the other way though, like that, and it lines up. The only issue that I think that we may have to fabricate, I may have to cut this bucket down some, because once I move it over, it may stick out too much. So what I'm gonna do is put the bumper in place and then get my measurements on where the actual bucket needs to sit now. But let me get that put together. Put the grill back up here. I'm just gonna snug it down. I may have to take it back off, but I don't know. One in there. Just two. Alright. 4. Now 2 at the back side. One side. the other side. All right. So this is where it's gonna live. Let's close the hood. Make sure everything lines up like it's supposed to. All right, what y'all think, gang? Looks like it's a space in between here a little bit, but at this point, nothing we really can do about that. Maybe it's looking like that because that's black, but it's in there. Okay, so I'm marking up how I want the bucket to sit down in the light. So I'm gonna have to make some screw holes up here with some long, probably some 2-inch, 2.5-inch screws. I should be able to put 2 at the top and 1 on the side and 1 down here at the bottom. So that should hold it real solid. But I'm gonna have to take the grill back down, but I just wanna mock it up so I can know where it's gonna sit. So I'm gonna do that on both sides. See how it's kind of flush in there? We're gonna do that on both sides. All right, so you see how I got the silver paint in there that lets me know how I want the bucket to mock up once I take it back out, take the grill back out. This side moved, but if you can see that silver paint there, that's how it's gonna line up, so it'll be straight on each side. It'll give me a reference mark with this line and that line. But let me go ahead and take the grill back out, and we'll see how we're gonna go about putting this bucket, how we're gonna mount it up. Okay, so I made my mark. You see those little silver dots where the bucket is gonna go? When you're doing this, or anyone doing this, they probably gotta find their own way of doing it. Some people I see, they cut the core support. I really don't want to do that. Some people cut the bucket, but I want mine to stick out a little bit. I don't want it to be all the way in. So I'm gonna drill these holes out and I'll be back. All right, gang, so I got the headlights in the bezel. I got it plugged up into the light, but what I want to do is run a wire so it can hang down up under here, so we can connect the park brake and all that for the halo. So what I'm going to do is just cut these little ends off and just run just this wire, run it down, so once I have it up, I don't have to move it around no more. I can just adjust it from the light down here, which is the park light. That's the light that we need to tap into so we can have the halo working like it's supposed to. But I'm gonna tap in and I'm gonna show you once I got it in. All right, gang, so what I did was just splice into the wire so I can run this long wire. And I'm gonna sneak that back down so this connect directly into here to right here. Plug this in and run the wire down. All right, so I got the light mounted. I just want to check and make sure everything's level with it so I don't blind nobody when I'm driving. Seems like everything all right with it. So what I'm gonna do is put the grill back up here and see does it fit right on this side. All right, so I'm gonna grab the grill, just put it up on this side to make sure it will fit. Alright, so yeah, that looked like a pretty good fit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Just make sure. Yeah, it looked pretty good. Alright, gang, so I got both of the headlights mounted. I made sure that they were both square. So now I'm put the grill back in. Alright, so I switched out the side marker lights, and these, I put some new lenses on them. for LEDs, just white. But I'm gonna put that back in too. Just checking to see that they come on, because the polarity on them is important. All right, so I got it in there, y'all. Looking much better. I still need to change the bottom lights, and I also need to plug up the running lights, the halo, but gives it a different look. Finish the bottom off. Also, you see I got the clear park lights on the side. I'm gonna cut them on. All right, gang, I got them on now. As you can see, got the little light. It's gonna look real good at night. I'm finna wire up the halo now, and it's just gonna wire up to the bottom lights down here, so when it blink, they'll turn. Okay, so what I'm trying to figure out now, I got the wire tester, is to find out which one of these wires is the blinking light, so we can wire that into our halo. So, gonna try to puncture each one to see. Ain't that one. Maybe this small one here. Don't look like it's that one. I don't know if my ground is right or not, but don't look like it's that one. Current through there. Let's try this last blue one. All right, so maybe it's something with my ground, because I'm not getting a signal. Let me play with this. I'll be back. All right, so I connected directly to the battery. So right now I got it on the negative side of the battery, and you see it light up green, 11.7 volts, and that's the black. So this right here, this wire right here is the ground wire. Now if I switch that around, now I'm putting this on the negative side of the battery, the ground part of the battery, and if I touch this blue wire, you see it's starting to flash 10.5 volts, which is probably straight. Long as it's flashing, that tell me which is the right wire. So that let me know that the blue wire is the flashing light and the black wire is the ground. All right, so I got it wired up now. As you can see, it's controlled by this part, turn signal, but right now it's showing amber. That's gonna be how it's just driving conditions. But if you turn the turn signal on, let me show you how that works. And when you turn the signal on, it flashes like this. But when you have just the regular park lights on, it's gonna be amber. But I also got some new lenses for the bottom here. I'm gonna put those on. Okay, so install the bottom marker. Park light is clear, just like the side markers. I'm gonna put the other one on. Also, I'm finna wire this side up. Okay, gang, this is the finished results. Got everything on there. I ain't showed you the rims, but it's a picture of the rims. Let me hit the lights. All right, gang. Got them on there.